In a state that lives and breathes football, welcome inside the massive AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's got to be so frustrating for the running. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Malik Hooker with the tackle. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
I know this is normally a passing situation in your 3rd down chart, but not unheard of to see an offense keep it on the ground and try to get the first run. And in this case, it's clear that going to the air would have been a better decision. That defense was dialed in to make that stop.
4th down, here's Jackson. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Prescott opening with a pass. This is complete to Ferguson, out left. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. So roughing the passer gifts them a 1st and goal. Williams reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, that right there, partner, that is not a team who looks like it is a steep underdog. That is exactly the type of start they needed. You gotta imagine being in their old building might be playing a part in it.
Yeah, and we know that home field advantage really benefits the defense more than the offense. As an offense, you just want to do your part. You want to light the fire and let those fans really let their voice be heard. Should benefit their defense immensely.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. Jukes out a one-stop. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 7. He puts a mare under it deep down the left. This is brought in at the 15. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Working inside the red zone. Cowboys rush it in, and they bring him down. Big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
Escapes the pocket. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
Now Jackson on third down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And the defender comes away with it. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys come up with a turnover and hold strong on fourth down.
That's one of those drives, Kate, especially on the opening drive. You come to the sidelines, and all you're thinking about, unfortunately, is the failure at the end. It's kind of like being a student. You're so good all semester, and then you just bomb the final exam.
Here's Williams to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped for a loss again. It's going to be third down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They're stuck behind the sticks on third and long. Dak now from the gun. As Cox, he's got Lamb. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. Have him gain up that handful there. Malachi Starks read that nicely. He makes the stop. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
At the 36-yard line.
From the 36. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You want to become the quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Give to Williams from the gun. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down, a run with Williams. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, They just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Prescott now on third down. Screen here for Williams. Play not developing as they hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. Fourth down coming up.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
They're going for it. Here's Prescott. He puts some power on it, deep one left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Ravens to the line now. First and 10. Handoff headed right to Henry. This is close, but he is not in the end zone, Brock. By less than a yard, they avoid the safety. But boy, that was close.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to go back to the line, but this defense just kept swooning.
It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Throwing here just before halftime. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Brought in inside the 20. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Shades of the 2009 Super Bowl. They're going onside kick to begin the second half. And the Cowboys managed to recover the football. I think we all knew they were going to be aggressive from the onset of this second half, trying to erase that lead, but unfortunately, no luck here on the onside kick.
Kate, in these half times, they're fast for all of us in the NFL. College, yeah, you have time to go get lunch. Not that way in the NFL. So you went into halftime, and I am guessing, I can just feel the tone and tenor of that locker room. It is, we're going to be aggressive, like your point. We got to go out and we got to make something happen. But unfortunately, it felt a lot more like desperation when you don't recover it. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On the move, headed right. Now he takes it, and he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Running for the marker with Williams. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 1 yard gain on the play, and it'll be first down, Dallas.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Play action now for Prescott. Has it at the 7. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and goal, here's Williams. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
Listen, everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but he didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on second and goal.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. Dak out of the pistol. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. High percentage look for him here from the left half. Aubrey puts it through. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Had the lead at the break, and the important thing is really to come out hot in the second half and add to it. Sure, you'd love touchdowns, but you'll take those 3 points as well.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. Baltimore offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Lofts it deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
He's going to keep it this time. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway.
Sent out of bounds after a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They just get the play off. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens start the second half with some needed points.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Now the Ravens offense staying put. Look at this. They're going for 2. They toss it right. And he will get into the end zone. That's going to cut the lead down to just 2.
10, Ravens 8.
This is the end of the 3rd quarter. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff. So a field goal would win it for him now, but to do that, they've got to recover this kick. And the Cowboys managed to recover the football. Well, the good news is, still a decent bit of time left. Maybe a little quick on the draw to dial up that onside kick.
Yeah, you know what happens, Kate, in these moments, right? We've been doing this for a while, and you see my brain just going to overdrive, trying to peel back the layers as to why you would make that decision. And ultimately, I think it's because you don't trust your defense against this offense. That's a big risk to take. And now, unfortunately, you've set this offense up for success.
And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
They'll look to run with Williams. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Now Dak to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Williams, the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist, and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. First call here coming from the shotgun. Lamar now from the gun. He lofts it deep left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's loaded another one up. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Donovan Wilson picks it up. Cowboys put together a wonderful return. Gets him back inside the 40 following the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down, because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys with a 2-score lead. Offense to the line for second down. Sanders on the shotgun handoff. And second down only works out for a yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Dak. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Broke Paul Smith with the pick. And the Ravens have some new life in the 4th.
Okay, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores. But there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
Getting out to his left. Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. And the Cowboys scoop it up. And the defense piles on at the end here as they...
B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian, name ring.